This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome into the Macarthur Highlander Gym, site of the showdown between these two, and boy, they know each other well. It's a district clash, and we can finally say districts in basketball. We're so used to it in football and the other sports. The Macarthur Highlanders and the Carl Albert Titans for back-to-back and a doubleheader for girls and boys. And it means a lot for both teams because, you know, you're at this juncture of the season, you're jockeying for, okay, who's number one, who's going to host your regional, and then who's two, and then going on, either you're going to be on the road or you're going to be at home, and so these games matter. So talking to both coaches, especially with Carl Albert, congratulations after his 200 career wins. He's at 204 right now. Collectively after his 9-year stint here with the Carl Albert Titans, Lady Titans, and then we also have the Macarthur Lady Highlanders, very successful in the last recent years of punching their way to state. So glad you could join us. We've also got remotely up in the Mid-Del area our caller of all Mid-Del basketball for Midwest City, Del City, and Carl Albert, Mr. Jordan Ray. And Jordan, we're going to get your take about these matchups. We'll start with the girls for tonight.
All right, Eric, thank you for having me on with you again. Real quick, I want to thank our crossover sponsors from Mid-Del, the area. That includes Dynamic Health Clinic. Dr. Coffey specializes in athletic injuries and able to get athletes back in action very quickly. Triple Lead Screen Printing. Find world-class design and hot new styles at Triple Lead Screen Printing. Tootie buys houses. They buy is your local Oklahoma Farmers Insurance Agency in Midwest City. Please contact them at 405-733-7671. Okay, so here's what's at stake here, Eric, for the girls. Lawton Macarthur, they've lost a couple of tough ones. They lost to Noble, and that's really set them back. And then they got pounded by El Reno, the defending champs, back on Tuesday. So this is going to be a gut check game for them. If they have any hope of hosting a regional, which I believe they've done for the last 4 years, if not longer. You can maybe know that number better than I do, Eric, but I know it's been at least 4 years. They need to win this game because they need to catch up with somebody. Right now, Carl Albert is undefeated in district play, and so this would be a good chance for Lawton Macarthur to begin that process of climbing back up the top where they can, again, be in position to host a regional. Carl Albert girls, they've had a remarkable run so far, given they've lost 3 really good starters from last year's team. And a matchup I look forward to, they're playing good basketball as Carl Albert. They haven't been really tested yet. They haven't had to play El Reno yet. And, you know, they played some good tournament games. I think that they have a good combination of youth and experienced talent. So, like I was saying earlier, a matchup I'm looking forward to is Alyssa Mack from Lawton Macarthur going up against Aubrey Plunkett from Carl Albert. I don't think they'll guard each other much, but I may be wrong. But they both have similar types of games. They're in the 5'10", 5'11" range. They're very skilled with the basketball. Which one can make a real deep imprint in this game, I think will go a long way to determining the winner.
All right, well, thank you very much, Jordan, and we're going to get back to him a little bit at halftime, and then also we'll have him for the boys' games as well, representing the Midwest City side of things when you say Carl Albert, Midwest City, and Del City. We've got 10 minutes, 21 seconds during the warm-ups before these girls get underway, and I think Jordan did a really good job of kind of laying out what's in store for both teams. So, you know, after the holiday break, you can always say this is where it really means something. I know you get your season started, you get into tournaments, and then all of a sudden you're right knee-deep into district play. So very important to be able to get these games on the winning floor if you're the host. And so we've got a great doubleheader back-to-back with the Macarthur Lady Highlanders and the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Here at the Macarthur Gym, we've got 9 minutes, 45 seconds before we have the national anthem and the tip-off of tonight's game. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
All right, back here at the Macarthur Gym, site of this showdown between the Macarthur Lady Highlanders, Carl Albert Lady Titans. They know each other well. They kind of know each other in the postseason. Both teams would like to either, you got El Reno at the top, and Carl Albert at the top. So where are you in the pecking order with that? Whether you're going to be hosting or whether you're going to be on the road and trying to, punch your slate to the final 8, as they'd say. And now all of the games, now they're not split up of either going to Tulsa or at Lloyd Noble at OU. All of the games are going to be featured at the Big House there at the fairgrounds. So it's a great opportunity to see a lot of basketball. They get 3 different weekends because if all the classes are going to be there, 5 and 6 will be that mid-March time frame. So it's literally March Madness. We've got about 5:15 before we get this one underway, and we're excited to bring it to you. You can make sure you download us on the Apple and Android devices by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can also find us on YouTube, on Facebook. If if you're watching on Facebook Live, give us a like there. Give us a subscription there on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and on X, so you can find us there. And then if you're in your home devices, it's on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. So it's a great opportunity for you to see this if you're here in town, to watch some great basketball on the home court for the Lady Highlanders. We're going to take another timeout and be back before we have the national anthem and the starting lineups. And we'll do that right after this timeout. You're watching Big Mac basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Wings and pizza here.
You mean pizza and wings?
16 boneless wings, 1 pizza, wings and pizza.
It's stuffed crust pizza. Pizza is the lead.
Wings and pizza. Guys,
get a large stuffed crust pizza and 16 boneless wings starting at $19.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker-Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Welcome back to the Macarthur Gym, and it looks like both teams already through their warm-ups, and I know we're going to have our starting lineups and our national anthem here just shortly. Glad you could join us here on the network, and whether you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, make sure you download us on Apple and Android devices. If you're at home, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. We've also got another doubleheader tomorrow, going to be at the Elgin Gym with one of these same teams. The Carl Albert Titans had to make a trip down Interstate I-44 to come see Lawton, and then tomorrow they're going to go play in the Elgin Gym. So get ready for fast, furious basketball back-to-back. Gives these teams right here what a state run would look like, because they play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, back-to-back Games, if you're so fortunate to win those to get to a state title matchup. So as both teams are heading their way on the floor, the Macarthur Lady Highlanders in their all white with just kind of the gold and black trim, and then the red jerseys with the red pants, red shorts for the Carl Albert Lady Titans. So they're waiting for the introduction of the ROTC to do the presentation of colors and our national anthem, and followed by the starting lineups of these two teams. So we will take one more final timeout and be back to action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
So the presentation of colors, the national anthem, between these two that are going to hit the hardwood floor here in just a moment, that know each other so well. And it seems like you kind of get used to these matchups there and the importance of these matchups between the Lady Highlanders and the Carl Albert Titans. So as they get ready, we'll get back to the benches and we'll have the presentation of the starting lineups. And we'll start off with the visiting Carl Albert Lady Titans. It's going to be Hayden Harrell. She's a sophomore, 5'11 guard. Wearing number 10, a 5'8 senior. She's a guard, Jacqueline Brown. And then wearing number 11, she's a senior, 5'4 guard, Evie Mitchell. Wearing number 21, sophomore, 5'8 guard and forward, Malaya Hatchett. And wearing number 22, going to be Audrey Plunkett. She's a junior, 5'11 guard, and that is represented for the Carl Albert Lady Titans under the direction of head coach Kyle Ritchie. Now we're going to flip it over to the other side for the Lady Highlanders, the starting lineups. So we'll start off with the senior, Layla Mosby. We know her up and down the court for the years that she's played here at MAC. Good ball handling skills, and she's going to be able to handle what you need. And, of course, we got number 30, who's always down at the low post, and we know her since a sophomore, actually freshman year, is Alyssa Mack. Wearing number 21 is Kayla Washington. also have Kalila Brown. So you got Brown on the floor, and then Lady Highlanders set to tip this one up. We'll get ready for 8 on the board and get ready for action. Up and down the court for a double header. Don't forget we have the guys game coming up. Following the girls matchup. Boys went down to the wire. Carl Albert Titans JV team come up with a win, 57-55. And opportunity right there for both teams to establish themselves. We got Stevenson there in for the jump, and Carl Albert Lady Titans open up with the first possession of the ball game, wearing all red with black numbers. Highlanders in their home whites. Just a little bit of gold and black. Boy, they really crashed down with the defense there at the line. 3 ball on the way. Misses the mark. Follow through. Up, off, and Alyssa Mack with the rebound. So the Carl Albert Lady Titans come up empty on their first possession. Corner, drives. Gets that one striped, and we got a whistle on the floor, and we're going to say shooting 2. So the first foul against the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Remember that there is 5 team fouls apiece in order to get into the bonus, and then they start over per quarter. I was talking with Coach Otis Gentry about that, and I always get coaches. I said, well, now you're a second year of it. Do you really like that? He said, yeah, I think the game flows a lot quicker. And so the Macarthur Highlanders from the charity stripe get the first 2 to start this with a 2-0 advantage. Stolen. Down the floor. Alyssa Mack. Kind of a 3-on-1. Holds up. Finds Mosby. Top of the key. Looks to drive, then back over to Mosby. Bounce pass underneath. She's double teamed. Tries to get the strip and goes out right on the line, out of bounds. Last touched by Carl Albert. So the Highlanders will inbounds from underneath. Carl Albert crosses the timeline. Looks for a 3-ball, launches, back irons, no good. Gets the rebound. Second opportunity coming up for the Lady Titans. They'll set up a fresh look. 6:45 just underway here in quarter 1. It's a 2-0 advantage. Lady Highlanders, Carl Albert won the opening tip, came up empty on their first possession. Top of the key, and they'll start new. Looks left, looks to drive, backs out, top of the key. Over here in the wing, come back up top. Little perimeter passing between, just waiting for what they're wanting to use. We see a lot of low post game, but outside is what they want, and they come up empty. So the Lady Highlanders get the rebound. Quickly down the floor, Mosby, Alyssa Mack with a little stutter step inside the lane. Tries a 1-scoop hand, no good. Rebounded by Carl Albert. Goes coast to coast, puts it up with a layup, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Highlanders. Back down on the other end of the floor, stops and pops. Does not let that drain. Offensive board comes up shy. Alyssa Mack a little bit on the defense. Carl Albert with the rebound and a full court press. Stolen, Highlanders up. Doesn't use the glass, but gets a whistle and a push down below. That should be Carl Albert's. No, they're going to say Macarthur. I don't see anything's changed on the board, whether that was out of bounds or what. Possession arrow is going to be Carl Albert. We're waiting for an adjustment for a shoe. And we'll get this underway. Still a 2-0 contest. Tight between these two. Looking for something for Carl Albert for their first bucket of the night. Tries to drive baseline, and she'll get pushed on the line. And there's the Macarthur Highlander second foul. Very aggressive Lady Highlanders, and that's Coach Gentry's kind of way of playing, his style since we've seen him. Highlanders are not going to let anything go low. 3-ball attempt, no good. Gets the rebound. Now a drive inside the lane. Puts it up, no good. A putback up off the glass is good for 2. And now we're tied up at 2. Timeout on the floor. They'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the OSN Game of the Week right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
All right, after the quick timeout, back to action with a all tied up 2 apiece game. That's what we're saying. With 3 minutes off the clock, that's what it's been. Mosby takes it originally right straight down and a whistle on the floor. We got a blocking foul. And we're going to go to the line shooting 2 for Mosby. That foul is going to be on Harrell. That's going to be her first, team second. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cutt It. Why haven't you let Trey Cutt It? Where appointments prevent disappointments. Charity stripe sponsor. Got the first one to go. Looking for number 2. Doesn't get the home roll or bounce. But the Highlanders have a 3-2 lead. Nice steal by the Lady Highlanders. A little bit of press and pressure by the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Cross the floor is Mosby. Looks to try to drive. Looks for a little bit of help. Nice little move. Inside the lane. No good. Gets her own rebound, though. Almost stolen. Put back up. We'll start fresh. Mosby looks for Alyssa Mack. She looks to drive against 2. Splits 2 defenders. Nice little soft touch up and in for 2. So Mosby makes it a 5-2 lead. And quickly off the rebound, down the floor. That's what you do. No one at home. All alone, 5-4, and it's a 1-point game. Almost halfway through quarter number 1. Mosby looks to drive against 3. A little floater up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Titans. And a whistle on the floor. Bit of the aggressive style. And we'll take it out. So we got Lady Highlanders with 3 personal. They have 2 more to put the Titans in the bonus. So they got to be careful that they don't put them at the line. Seen a game the other day that wasn't until the fourth quarter that they finally went to the bonus. Alyssa Mack off the miss and the rebound. Dribbles between her back. Guarded against 2 defenders. She has to hold it up, and she is going to call jump ball. And the possession arrow going the other way. So Alyssa Mack not able to call timeout or gain control. And Otis, Coach Gentry, will go to his bench. Got a substitution. Coming into this contest now is Maya Curtis. She's a senior at 5'7". 3:42 and counting. We'll slow this down just a little bit. Outside corner, looks to go baseline. Little floater, hits the rim, no good. Gets the offensive board. Looks for a little bit of help. Nice. Instead of going against the 3, find the open man up the top of the key. That's all that's needed. Little drive, and they take the first lead of the ball game. The Lady Titans at 3:22 here in the first quarter. Tries to get the spin move by Curtis. She makes another move. Off the rim, no good. Alyssa Mack with a pickpocket behind, and she'll pick one up quick. So she tried to reach from behind. She got caught with her hand in the cookie jar, and there's one for Alyssa, and that's going to be her first. But it's going to be the team fourth, so one more to put the Lady Titans in the bonus here in the first quarter with 3:09 left to go. Glad you could join us here on both networks, on the Carl Albert channel and the Macarthur channel. Lets that one fly. It sails out of bounds, untouched. Now the Lady Highlanders will take possession with 2:51 left to go. Mosby, she'll cross the timeline. Nice little give and go. Try to go to Alyssa Mack, but they saw that one stolen as Brown tried to get it to Mack. Down the floor, switches inside the lane, puts it up off the rim, no good. Alyssa Mack with the rebound, but then stolen by Carl Albert from behind. You got to watch where these Lady Titans are at any given time. Floats inside the lane, outside wing, drives, penetrates, puts it up, rims out. Alyssa Mack with the rebound this time, and she comes clear. Quickly down to Curtis. Curtis inside the lane, almost a strip and stolen. It is stolen off the floor by the Lady Titans. So you got to be good ball handling skills that we've seen usually for the Lady Highlanders, and Titans have made the pickpocket work. Launches a three, no good. Rebound, loose ball, Mosby, coast to coast, and she's fouled on the way in. You get to see that there on the instant replay. She comes and, a little bit too much of the body, and we'll take it out from underneath. She's still on the floor being tended to. That's not a good look. A little bit, we got an athletic trainer coming over, kind of take a look at her because she is not in a good place right now. We're going to step away, let them tend to her, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Well, unfortunately, Layla Mosby tended to gingerly, not wanting to put a lot of weight on that ankle. And they'll attend to her, but I know she was frustrated and they got that shot to roll in. But that is your field general on the floor, really commanding up and down. And, boy, they're going to really, I know it's next man up or next lady up in this situation, but, we hate to see injuries. Gets them both to fall. So the Highlanders regain a 1-point lead, 7-6. Minute 50 left to go. Looks underneath, gets pickpocketed and stolen. Coming back down the other way, going to throw that one out of bounds. So we'll hope the best for Miss Mosby. I know that she's upset with the situation as anybody would be, and we'll keep a close eye on that. Pass out whether or not she thinks she will be able to come back in. Lets that one sail. Lady Titans have Really kind of frustrated Lady Highlanders here a little bit. And especially with their aggressiveness as far as steals and attempts. We're going to cross. Going to go right past two defenders. High up off the glass is no good. So trying to go is Brown. They're going to go quickly down the floor, and Lady Titans get the lead back by a point, 8-7. Hard charge. Goes up off the glass, no good. Rebounded. Lady Titans kind of slow things up. Cross court pass to the top side. Now we'll start again with 50 seconds left to go in quarter one. Launches a three ball on the way and hits that one. And that's a let Trey cut it three ball and a timeout on the floor. So it's 11-7. Timeout Mac. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
So back to action here at the Macarthur Gym after a timeout with 36 seconds left to go. Here in quarter number one, as Coach Gentry calls his second timeout, tries to go strong as Brown to the hoop. Gets contested, comes up short, rebound, Lady Titans. Quickly down the floor with an 8-7 lead, or 11-7 lead. They hit that three ball opportunity. Again, for another three. So when it rains, it pours. And just like that, a one-point contest makes it double when you look up to make it 14-7 with the final ticks of the clock for the first quarter. And they're going to say it's an opportunity as the Carl Albert Lady Titans really showed what they could do in the second portion of that first half. We're going to take a timeout, be back to the second quarter right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Get ready. It's time for the Billingsley Annual Gigantic Ford Sell-Off with the best prices of the year on all remaining 2024 models. Zero down, no payments for 90 days, and giant savings up to $10,000 on the 2024 new F-150 Platinum truck that out-tows, out-hauls any other truck in its class. Only at the Billingsley's Gigantic Sell-Off. Save thousands on all remaining new 2024 trucks in stock. Only at Billingsley Ford in Lawton, Duncan, and Altus.
One quarter in the books. We're looking at quarter number two, and the storyline is that Miss Mosby went down, whether she had something with her ankle. She went down and was not able to come back and return. Lady Titans went on a little bit of a run. You know, you got your field general that kind of comes up and down the court. You know, the next person up, and now your second quarter. It's brought to you by Home Tech Solutions, providing you with the best heating and cooling maintenance solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma. A little miss, put back, and then it goes out of bounds. So there'll be a turnover, and the Highlanders Carl Albert will retain. For both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma with over 20 years of experience, call for a free estimate today, 580-919-0328. That's 919-0328. That's Home Tech Solutions, your second quarter sponsor. Got a lot of basketball. We mentioned tomorrow Elgin and Carl Albert at the Elgin Gym. All next week we'll have the games for the Comanche County Basketball Tournament, the Great Plains Coliseum. Newcastle will have the Sweet Pea, and Carl Albert will have the Titan Invitational with all games on the network. So get ready for fast-paced basketball. Drive, little kick out to the left wing, little drive, puts up top, lets that one sail, no good. Rebounded, Lady Highlanders. Down the floor. Nice little pass, gets away from the one, but the second was able to get the steal on the line, though. And Emma Hart really showing her stuff. She'll inbounds from underneath. Up top. Looks behind her maybe for a little bit of help. Encouragement there from Thompson. You're going to have Courtney Thompson and Alyssa Mack just do their stuff underneath, and that's what we see right there. So they get the bucket and the steal to make it a 14-9 contest. Drives, penetrates, lets that one sail, hits the front of the rim, loose ball, picked up. Highlanders now with the offensive board. Side corner, lets that one sail for a three, no ball. Picked up, loose ball, and charging hard to try to find that before it hits out, and it does. Go safely out of bounds. Look to penetrate. Oh, no, we're going to say a little with the charge. So she took a little bit. Set this one up. And look who's back in the game. Is Miss Mosby. So we're glad to see her, and I'm sure she's glad to be on the court. So they tended to her and have her walk off whatever she had. Initial surge. They're going to need her for the four quarters. Went around the opponent, baseline, up and in. So a little bit of a run. Lady Titans with a 14-9 advantage, 5:53 left to go. Thompson, we're going to say a travel. So took a little bit of the one step. She tried to make that crossover as Courtney gets called with the turnover. I'm going to whistle this one to start. Best good news of all for the Lady Highlanders is we're going to check something at the scorers table, and whether they're looking at something from the official side. And, you have scorekeepers for both teams, and they'll kind of ask for something that's either up and not. And I think it was a bucket that needed to go in. Of course, I am not one to make that claim that something wasn't added. But that last trip down was a bucket for Carl Albert, and they made it good. 16-9 now the lead for the Lady Titans. So they got that corrected at the scorer's table, and we're back to action. Top of the key, looks to drive, down underneath. Nice little pass, contested by Mosby, who went out with a little slight ankle injury. She comes back out. She gets the foul. That's going to be her second. Team first, both teams with one apiece. A little bend of the knees, up, and back iron's no good. So Mitchell, the senior, to the line with the second shot coming up. Boy, she get the back and the roll and everything else to go with it to make it 17. Mosby quickly down the floor. Over to Emma Hart. That gets contested. Tipped away. She fights for it. Loses it. And now the Lady Titans back down on the other end of the floor. Nice little bullet rifle one-handed pass over to the corner. Puts it in, rims it out. Loose ball. And there's going to be a jump ball call. And the possession arrow will stay on this end of the floor. Home Tech Solutions second quarter. It's a 17-9. A little bit of a run for the Carl Albert Lady Titans. That's going to be a backcourt. No, it's going to be tipped away, and she'll have to reset. Mitchell. There's a cross. Stolen by the Lady Highlanders. Down the floor. Brown looks for Emma Hart for a three ball on the way. Sets her feet, and she hits it. So let Trey cut it. Why not let Trey cut it? Appointments don't make disappointments for sure. A 17-12 Carl Albert Lady Titan lead. Alyssa Mack's pass was deflected. Loose ball in the air. Now stolen by the Lady Titans. Fast break opportunity up and in. Looking for the man bound below. Got to always cover that up. Make sure that they're in position with 4.5 to go. So we're almost halfway point of the second quarter. Kind of gone really fast. Boys game the JV went a little bit. Alyssa Hart goes drive, she gets her own rebound, puts it back up, gets another second rebound. Now reverse layup back off the glass is no good. So 2 opportunities and missed opportunity right there and a throwaway. And it's going to be out. Alyssa Mack crosses against 2 defenders. Mosby fakes the 3. Little stutter step back to Curtis. Curtis back up to Mosby. Mosby bullet pass, tried to force it in and deflected and stolen by the Lady Titans. Quickly down the floor. Wow, went around the defender. Bucket's going to count and the harm. So, boy, had that as an opportunity. Good to see that here on the instant replay. Let that float in and get to the line for the bonus. Hits the back iron and glass and out. Mosby looks to penetrate, crosses. Nice bullet pass underneath. Wide look open, but it doesn't fall. So the home team doesn't get the rolls, and a fast break opportunity is missed on the other side. Alyssa Mack with the fast rebound. Back to Mosby. Quickly another bullet pass. Let's see if she can get this one to count. A little bit too high off the mark off the glass. She misses. Curtis with the defense. Quickly down the floor. Here comes the Lady Titans. 3 ball on the way. Hits the front iron. No good. Rebounded by Brown, and the Highlanders escape. Some points coming back on the other end of the floor. Mosby looks for a little bit of help. Goes down low post. Turns around, gets stripped. Stripped, stolen. Fast break opportunity. Goes past Curtis, up and in. Makes it 23-12. On the run is the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Only 3 points in just a few minutes for the Lady Highlanders. Bounce pass to Curtis. Little spin move inside the lane. Puts it up and up for good for 2. That's what you kind of need, and if you're going to be that physical down there, as Maya Curtis. Curtis gets that little touched, deflected, loose ball, a fight for it. Now we're going to hammer it, and we're going to get a little bit too much with the arm bar, as Stevenson's probably going to be called for the hack. That will now be the 3rd foul on the Highlanders to only the Titans 1. 2:10 left to go before the half. kind of playing with their perimeter passing, just waiting, just selective shots. Puts it up off the glass for 2 is good. And if you're going to play fast break with them, that's what the Highlanders are, I guess, willing to do. Neither team really kind of slowing the pace down at all. Brown will look. She got Alyssa Mack there in the center. A little turnaround for Alyssa Mack, and she'll get the gym excited with a deuce to make it 16. 128 and counting. Let the 3-ball rain, and she hits it. And I'll let Trey cut it 3-ball for the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Makes it to 28. Little floater, up and in. 28-18 with a $1.03 left to go. 3-ball on the other way. Loose ball, picked up. Little bounce pass to Alyssa Mack. She'll kind of turn around. Oh, and a nice little spin as well. And she's starting to get the hot hand, and she cuts the lead down to 8. 28-20 with 34 seconds left to go. So Alyssa Mack gets hot at the right time. Oh, yeah, there's a stutter step and a travel. She wanted to set her feet for the 3, and she let it slide just a little bit. Alyssa Mack, who's got the hot hand, a little bullet rifled pass, one bounce, and then she's going to step on the line, though. Unfortunate, trying to get it down to Washington. And the final 14 seconds to try to extend the Titan lead. They're up by 8, 28-20, with 14 seconds left to go before the half. And Mitchell will inbounds. He'll slowly go down the court with 10 seconds remaining. Going to have to go, and then a little travel is called. So here's an opportunity. You can get the ball down there and get the set and the shot. Looks like Coach Ritchie is making some shuffle and some moves, some little defensive moves here to make the final 5 seconds. The clock will start when they touch. Mosby with 5 seconds down to 4. Crosses the timeline. She'll have to shoot it. 3 on the way. Hits the iron and no good. That would have been good to end the half. Wasn't able to let that sink, and we'll see that here on the instant replay. Mosby crossed the timeline right there. I don't know if that was going to count. I think it went to zeros before it left her hand. So even if it would have went in, I think it would have not counted. So we're at the half. It's an 8-point lead, 28-20, as the Carl Albert Lady Titans lead. We'll be back with halftime with Jordan Ray. Will give us a little rundown of what to expect with the second half of this game and also the boys' game coming up of the second of our doubleheader. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. Or call 800-433-7300.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
All right, we're back here at the Macarthur Gym where the Carl Albert Lady Titans lead by 8, 28-20. You kind of get a feel for a team that, if you're on the road, you say, well, maybe they left their game on the bus. They were kind of a little late to start. I would say this is kind of to blame with the home team. The Lady Highlanders kind of got a late start. And I wouldn't say that there was anything on the bus or the travel. They just kind of weren't really in sync until in the latter part of that second half. When we had Mosby go out, she went out with a slight little ankle roll. She was hard-pressed to put her any pressure on there. I didn't know whether we'd see her or not, and then we look up, and then she's back on the floor. And then Alyssa Mack finally got in her rhythm. She was kind of out of rhythm at first. I think Carl Albert really did a good job defensively, really trying to pick the pocket of them and the ball control, really handed over to the Lady Titans. So we're going to go over to Jordan Ray, who is also standing by via the connection over there in Mid-Del, representing Midwest City, Del City, and Carl Albert. And I'll say that we'll just say, what is your take here in the first half between these two?
Yeah, Eric. So I said in pregame, I did not think Alyssa Mack and Audrey Plunkett would be guarding each other. I was half wrong. Audrey Plunkett did start out on Alyssa Mack. That's probably the best athlete that Mack will see all season with size. So she's going to have a hard time getting good shots in her. And a lot of Alyssa Mack's points came when she was guarded by someone else. And that's how she got hot at the end of the first half, because Plunkett was on the bench. And when Carl Albert does, they have to put a smaller player, because Plunkett's basically their center on defense. They have to put a smaller player on Thompson for Lawton Macarthur. That was Malia Hatchett, who was Coach Lenny Hatchett's daughter. And then there was a few other players as well. That's the matchup that Lawton Macarthur did not really take advantage of. So we'll see if they try to do that, because I think that Courtney Thompson for Lawton Macarthur has a lot of ability, and she has a big size advantage. Can she utilize it? And then for Carl Albert, Lawton Macarthur going zone for much of the first quarter. It eventually came back to haunt them, because eventually when you play zone against Carl Albert, they're going to let those threes fly, and they will start to make them against a zone when they get comfortable. Lawton Mack switched to a man defense in the second quarter. That was better than the half court, but then what happened is Carl Albert started getting some transition buckets. And this was a player, Eric, I was very impressed with. The one time I called the Carl Albert game back in December, and she had an outstanding second quarter. And I have her for at least 10 points. This is a freshman, Jordan Richardson, number 12. Not only does she play with a lot of energy, she is just very skilled at attacking the basket and finding a good spot to shoot a mid-range jumper or shoot a layup. She actually has a game kind of similar to Alyssa Mack. So Carl Albert's had more of their weapons have stepped up, and that's why they're up 28-20. Lawton Macarthur did have a good run at the end of the second quarter, so they're still in it, but they need to take advantage of a size matchup when they have it with Thompson or maybe with Mia Curtis, because I like her a lot too. I think Curtis and Mack are the best scorers for Lawton Macarthur. They definitely have other good players. And I think they're going to stay man, because that's the way to limit the three-point shooting for Carl Albert. And so also for Carl Albert, we'll see if they can find consistent good shooting from someone other than Richardson, maybe Audrey Plunkett or Jakari Brown. Those are the big two returning players. And so, Eric, real quick, I want to thank again our crossover sponsors, Dynamic Health Clinic. I go there a lot. Dr. Kaufman's a great chiropractor, but they have other services there as well. Triple H Screen Printing, Tootie Buys Houses, Patrick Newby State Farmers Insurance in Midwest City. We appreciate them for sponsoring the Middale games that are taking place in Lawton and Elgin and places like that.
All right, thank you very much, Jordan. We'll get back to him in the end of this game and before the boys' game, as they've got about 3 minutes left to go before the warm-up is concluded, and second half action underway. Should be good on both teams of adjustments, is what Jordan was alluding to, of going from zone to man, and that kind of helped a little bit better in not getting those wide open threes when it came for Carl Albert. So it's an 8-point Carl Albert lead over the Lady Titans. We'll take a timeout, be back to second half action right after this. You're watching the Game of the Week right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Macarthur Highlander Gym. We've got a great one here today, and right now it's the Carl Albert Lady Titans lead by 8, 28-20, starting the third quarter. See what kind of adjustments both teams have made. Got great true athleticism on the floor. Glad that you could be on both channels, watching on the Carl Albert channel, the Macarthur channel, trying to be as neutral as we can between these two because they're both proud on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Got the boys' game coming up for the second half. So round robin, Alyssa Mack Brown goes baseline, looks for a little bit of a floater, loose-ended, loose ball picked up by Lady Titans. So just like we started off with Carl Albert with the empty first possession, Carl Albert does, and Macarthur does the same thing as what Carl Albert did to start the game. So we'll back up to Mitchell. Top of the key, looks to Lou. Nice little floater inside the lane. No, back irons. Alyssa Mack with the rebound. She's going to fight for it this time. Last time it was stolen from underneath. They're looking to see if they can pickpocket her. Quickly down. Oh, and that's going to be out of bounds. Stolen by, before it goes out, by the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Boy, she had her top of the key three ball. Look, on the way. Back irons once, and it's going to go hit to the top of the glass, and they're going to say out of bounds. See if the Lady Highlanders can get something going on their home gym. We said about maybe the first half they were kind of slow to kind of get started for what Mac is used to. Mosby will cross the timeline. She'll look at, she got picks on both sides. She goes over there. Alyssa Mack with a turnaround jumper. She made those hit in the second quarter. She comes up empty. Mitchell with the rebound. She's going to be guarded against Alyssa Mack. Just kind of throws that one away. Stolen by the Lady Highlanders, and down the floor they come. Opportunity. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3 punch. And then to Alyssa Mack. Underneath. And the assist. Going to not hesitate by throwing up a deuce, and a jump ball is called. And really good hustle as Emma Hart really kind of dishing that out. It was a 1, 2, 3. They've kind of practiced that before. You can kind of tell they were kind of all used to getting it to the low post underneath, and Alyssa Mack takes advantage of it with the quick bucket underneath. Alyssa Mack almost gets a steal. Carl Albert with the outside hits the net. Short. Mack, of course, gets the rebound, and there's a little bit of a body, and that's going to be on Mitchell with the block. That's going to be the first foul in the second half here in the third quarter. Remember, you go to 5 in order to get the bonus. Didn't really see that at all. Came close. Highlanders had 4 in that first quarter. Corner. Mack drives the baseline back up to Mosby. Brown at the top. Then inside, nice little carry over. Hits the rim, but it doesn't get the fall. And Hart not able to capitalize on it. Quickly down the floor. Stops. Looks for a little bit of help. Mitchell for 3. No. Loose ball, but picked up by the Titans. They box out, but Alyssa Mack now gets, and a tie-up is called for a jump ball. Alyssa Mack was saying, boy, you got to be kidding me. She was guarded by 2, but they cleanly had the ball tied up just enough for a tie-up. And we're going to go the other way. The possession arrow coming back with the Highlanders. So luckily they'll be able to retain after the Alyssa Mack rebound. 5:25. Carl Albert is yet to score in the second half. Lets that one bounce around, so they missed that, and there's going to be a travel on the rebound. So I think she just had nowhere to stick her second foot, just looking for it as Houston was looking for a little bit of space and didn't get it, and that took the extra step. Quickly goes back out for a Mitchell 3-ball look, top of the key, and we'll start new. To Brown, outside. Oh, gets that one deflected, but into the hands of Brown. Jakari Brown will get fouled as her shot goes a little contested inside the lane. And we'll go to the line shooting 2. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cuttett. Why haven't you let Trey Cuttett, where appointments prevent disappointments? A couple of dribbles at the line. Gets that one finally to fall. So the first points in the second half at the 5-minute mark come from the charity stripe. Second shot coming up is good. She knocks them down both. Bring the lead back up 30-22 with 5 to go as Mosby will cross the timeline. She'll set up the offensive play to Hart. Hart looks. Bounce pass, tried to get Alyssa Mack force fed. Stolen by Carl Albert. Fast break. Coast to coast. Takes it right up and in off the glass for 2. To now extend it back to a 10-point lead. It was 8 at the half. Highlanders drive, stops, pops, comes up short. Guess what? Boards again. Superior on both ends has been the Lady Titans. And that's really been kind of a difference maker with this matchup. Going to throw that one out, adjust for the 3. Takes a couple of steps, moves in, and she banks it. So now it's a 34-22. Carl Albert, Lady Titans on a run. Brown will cross the timeline. She'll have Mosby off to her left. Alyssa Mack, top. She'll look to drive against 3. Spin move inside the lane and a nice little floater up, and she kind of does that little windmill action with underneath. Tries to make the soft touch, but she's fouled on the way in, and she'll shoot 2. Back to the charity stripe for Alyssa Mack. Shot up and in. Make sure you scan the QR code. Book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. Lissa gets the first one to go. Second one also is good. Brings it back to a 10-point contest. 34-24. Lady Titans with the lead and the ball. She'll cross the timeline. Plenty of time. That's Brown. Brown gets contested by Mosby. Mosby with the steal. She'll try to go up against Brown. She's contested, gets that deflected. She gets her own rebound, stops and pops for two, and gets the deuce to fall. 34-26, back down on the other end of the floor. So we say both these teams like to go quick. Goes baseline, drives, little move, and a bucket, and the harm. So a little move inside the lane, and she just got enough penetration. We'll see that here on the instant replay, and you'll say the bucket counts. So she'll go to the line for the three-point swing. Shot up and good. A little bit of pressure put on by the Highlanders, or by the Titans on the Highlanders, but stops and pop by Alyssa Mack. Back and down, up and down the floor we go with 3:06 left to go, and loose ball picked up by the Lady Highlanders. Back out to Mosby. Adjusts, waits, looks, Brown. Nice bounce pass underneath. Oh, a little bit too much off the glass. Alyssa Mack with a rebound. Turnaround jumper is good. And we're back to a 7-point game, and Carl Albert wants to call a timeout. So they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
All right, welcome back to the Macarthur Gym. The timeout called by the Lady Titans. After having a 10-point lead, it's back down to 7. Alyssa Mack with a nice rebound and a turnaround jumper. Mosby with the defense. Crosses the timeline. Lady Titans try to set this one up. A lot of movement. Ball movement with placement of perimeter. Mitchell for a 3-ball on the way. Hits the front iron, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Highlanders. Quickly down the floor. Brown fakes the pass, takes it up hard, puts it up Thompson. Tie up, and a jump ball is called. So Courtney Thompson, whether you're going to say for the quick little shot up on off the glass, they both tie up. They get for the jump ball. And the turnover going the other way with a possession arrow for the Lady Titans. They'll cross the timeline, guarded against Brown, looks to drive. Thompson on the defense against Plunkett. Dish out for Plunkett for a 3, no good. Rebounded, nice inside the lane. You got to block that out as Richardson, the freshman, is what Jordan Ray talked about at the half. Shows what she can do underneath. And a whistle on the floor. Brings it back to a 9-point contest. Got within 7 in the hack. Looks like Carl Albert's got 3 fouls to Macarthur's 2, but Alyssa Mack to the line, shooting 2. Gets the first one to go. Your charity stripe, but why not let Trey cut it? Trying to make it a 7-point game once again. Comes up shy. Lead is 8 with $1:45 left to go here in the third. Going to hand that off to Richardson. Richardson looks. We're just going to perimeter this out. Oh, and then a nice look. Free to the lane. Gets the bounce, but does not get the roll for Plunkett. And a hard dash on the floor and a whistle. Very interesting between these two. It's Mosby. She'll cross the timeline. $1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Macarthur wants to try to see what they can do. Trying to get to rein in. Mosby will set back. Oh, man, tried to do the give and go underneath, and that's just going to fall out of bounds. So, you know, a lot of these possessions are very important to capitalize on, and you give that one away, especially with a throwaway with $1:03 left to go in the third quarter. Looks to drive. Top drives against Alyssa Mack as Brown. Little floater off the mark. Mosby with the rebound. 48 to go. Thompson. Thompson up off the glass a little bit too high and too much. Carl Albert with the rebound. Pushes down the floor. Baseline. Oh, nice little floater up off the glass is no good. Thompson with the rebound. Brown crosses. Corner. Look to Mosby. Mosby. Corner back to Brown for a 3-ball. Man, that would have been nice. Would have come in just what the doctor ordered, but it bounces out and out of bounds. And the lead is 39-31 with 22 left to go here in the third. Trying to capitalize what you can on your home floor. Lady Titans. So Plunkett will be guarded against Thompson, 22 against 22, and they both almost have the same height. Takes it strong to the hoop, a little bit too hard. Thompson with the rebound. Force it in a 2-on-2. Emma Hart, misses it where she was on the backboard, and that's going to end the third quarter. Just the placement of where you were. You kind of see this again right there. See, it just misguided. It would have been a nice, great charge to the lane and a layup, and we'll go to the fourth and final period with the Lady Titans up 39-31. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Where sports is our middle name, we are the Oklahoma Sports Network. Welcome into the fourth and final period. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Home Tech Solutions, providing you the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma for over 20 years. Call with their experienced crew today. Raul will take care of you. Call for a free estimate today, 580-919-0328. That's 919-0328, Home Tech Solutions. All right, 8 on the board, the final 8, unless you see OT. We saw OT against Elgin and Noble. Elgin girls come up top. Nonetheless, regulation started. Fourth and final period. Bounce pass with a give and go to Mitchell. She gets that one to go. Kind of quiets the crowd down just a little bit. Putting the Titans up 41-31, back to a 10-point lead. Lets that one fly high off the mark. Plunkett with the rebound. Into the hands of Harrell. Harrell, she'll back Dish out here to Brown. We will perimeter this around. Just kind of a lot of shifting down underneath. Plunkett back up to Mitchell for a 3-ball look. She hits the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Thompson. Emma Hart gets the handoff. She'll cross the timeline. Dish out to Brown. Brown to Thompson. Thompson looks for a little bit of help on the corner. Alyssa Mack for the outside look is no good. So you get her frame down underneath to an outside. Doesn't get the rebound, doesn't get the shot, and it remains a 10-point lead. 41-31. Boys game coming up next here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The second game of our doubleheader. Glad you could join us here. Harrell gets it across, and then Thompson gets the steal into Brown. It's 2-on-1, up and in. Off the glass for the Deuce to chip away at that Carl Albert lead. So they get up to 10, and then Macarthur, they're a little bit too much. They played aggressive with Brown. Brown getting on Harrell. It's going to be the second team foul for the Lady Highlanders. So far, none for the Titans to start here in the fourth quarter. We'll go up top by Richardson, the freshman. And then back, trying to give a feed into Plunk. Brown goes, and she'll say no. A whistle on the floor before the shot with the push, and we'll take it out underneath. So Emma Hart, she'll step back, inbounding with 6:19 left to go. Over to Alyssa Mack. Mack looks for a little bit of help. Down underneath to Thompson. Turnaround jumper, no good. Fight for it, loose ball, and a pick the pocket with the hand is Thompson. And that's going to be her third. So not really quite in foul trouble with 6:18. We're in the fourth quarter, but coach will let her stay in. Coach Gentry asking the official for something down below, of an explanation of something. Very quiet, mild-mannered coach. Just wants an explanation. He gets it. Now it's going to be a full court press against the Lady Titans. Will they be able to get out of that to inbounds? Just quickly over to Richardson, and there's a steal. Mosby almost trips on the line, almost goes out. She's right there at the free throw line underneath the Thompson. She goes strong up the hoop, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Titans. Quickly down the floor, it's stolen. Emma Hart now into her hands. She crosses the timeline. Back and forth we go. She goes, drives hard to the hoop, and she's fouled on the way in. Got substitutions coming in. Gets that one stripped. Go out of bounds. So take that back. It's not a foul. It was just out of bounds. 41-33. 5:53 left to go. This gym could get excited in a hurry if you can get something going Mac's way. Mosby could be it with a 3-ball. Misses the mark, and we got a foul underneath, though, with the push. I think that's going to be on Macarthur. And that is their third and the second for the Lady Titans. So Plunkett dishes back over. Gets over to Richardson. Drives. Back out for a 3-ball look. Then she takes, and then she trips, and a travel is called. So took the extra step after she split the defenders. If you're going to make your run, you're going to do it now if you're the Lady Highlanders on your home floor to try to get your home crowd into it. Lead is 8. 5:23. It's not a lot, a big lead with 5 to go. Plenty of time to do something. Mosby, little hand pass over to Brown. Back to Mosby. Well, we got Alyssa Mack way up top, and we're going to say a travel is called down here, so a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers there, and kind of getting a little lazy with the basketball with 5 to go. Don't forget, boys game coming up, part of the second of our doubleheader. To align themselves, El Reno with the boys at the top of the pecking order, looking to see Carl Albert, Macarthur, who's going to fill that void in the second. Ball is tipped out. And we'll start fresh. Top of the key by Brown. Brown will look. Just trying to get Plunkett underneath, but a dish out to the freshman. She turned around. Oh, man, she lets that one go. Jordan Richardson for the deuce. She's got quickness on the floor. And she's got a lot of control with her body. A little bounce pass underneath. Turnaround jumper is up and in. So you get the bucket and the harm, and that's what the Highlanders needed. See this on instant replay. Gets that one to go in, and she'll go to the line for the Trey Cutt charity stripe. Try to do a three-point play, but misses. (43-35). Got a good one here with 4:24 left to go. Basketball is always momentums, and as they shift over, but forget that, as Jakari Brown will just nail a three, and the three ball is good. Lady Titans go back up, extend their lead, 46-35, and yep, what you can do, we can answer with three, back-to-back threes by both these teams, and another three, and there it goes. Drops, just hold on. To get a deuce on that one. We'll say it's not a three. Back to a 10-point lead with 3:41 left to go. Mosby looks for a little bit of help on the corner. Alyssa Mack inside the lane, drives, spin move against two defenders, soft touch, and in, and the harm. We'll get to see that as she takes that post. She's got that little move, and she's got the soft touch, and it's good. So making things a little interesting on the home court floor. Back to an 8-point lead. Can we get it to 7 with a 3-point swing by Alyssa Mack? Shot up and good. And a timeout on the floor. So they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Wings and pizza here.
You mean pizza and wings?
16 boneless wings, 1 pizza, wings and pizza.
It's stuffed crust pizza. Pizza is the lead.
Wings and pizza. Guys,
get a large stuffed crust pizza and 16 boneless wings starting at $19.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
All right, it's always momentums and how things shift. Highlanders have been here before. Also want to say that you can catch Midwest City at Northwest Classen tomorrow. That should be a good one. Little district measurements. The measurement stick is out there. And that's an important one for the Midwest City Bombers, defending state title champions. Want to try to defend their title. 3:30 left to go, and then we'll have the Elgin Owls against Carl Albert tomorrow. So Carl Albert's going to have to play back-to-back games. Elgin coming fresh off of their win at home against the Noble Bears. Girls in overtime. Boys cruised to a victory. Full court press once again against the Titans. 3:30 left to go. Final stretch here between these two. Who's going to want it more? Brown, top of the key. She'll drive left. Looks for a little pick. She gets it. Alyssa Mack on the defense now. Back over to that zone defense. Hand to face. Opportunity for Brown. Over to Richardson. Now we're just going to play a little bit of pass back and forth and a steal. Highlanders coming up, want to get this bucket, and they do. So the steal up and good to make it very interesting. 43-48, and you can kind of sense the Highlanders are sticking around. 5-point game. It was up over 10 at one point, and there'll be a foul there with Mosby. I think that will probably be her third. And it is. It's her third. Both teams have 4 team fouls, so both next foul will put either in the bonus. Drives to the hoop, and there we go. We'll go to the line shooting 2 for that one. See right there, a little bit too much. So now the Macarthur Lady Highlanders have put the Titans now into the bonus for the remainder of this contest. Little bend to the knees, no one underneath for the shot. First one is up and good. So Brown, the 5'7" guard, at the free throw line for the second shot to try to get to 50. In and out. Coming back now with a rebound is Alyssa Mack. Mack at the top of the key. Tries to get underneath. Loose ball tipped away. Titans with the steal and the rebound. Back down on this side of the floor. Plunkett back up top. She gives to Brown momentary and then back to Plunkett, and a whistle away from the ball against Mitchell. Yeah, but we're going to shoot 2 now because we're already in the bonus. So unfortunately, away from the action, away from all of that excitement, Mitchell gets fouled and she'll go to the line shooting 2. Your charity stripe opportunity. Up and in. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. Well, the Titans get to 50 with 2:04 remaining in the fourth. Second shot coming up. Bounces, gets the front and the back and out. Highlanders, Mosby says clear out. She'll drive over here to that near corner. Alyssa Mack, she'll stop, fade away, no good. Rebounded, Lady Titans. Long court pass down the court for a freebie. Up and in, and there'll be a timeout for that as the Richardson, the freshman, all alone by herself to get the deuce and a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, back here at the MAC Gym where Carl Albert has maintained their lead from the half. It was a 48-40 contest. It's now 52-43, so you can kind of see the shooting woes of the Lady Highlanders. But really tight defensively between these two. Mosby, and then back up to Alyssa Mack. A little gonna rotate around, 3-ball on the way. No, front iron's no good. Alyssa Mack gets the rebound, though. Back up top, Mosby for 3, launches that, hits the front iron, no good. So 2 opportunities at the board, and there's a whistle on the floor. Had those looks, not bad looks. But you just got to let them fall. And let the gym and the enthusiasm and the excitement take over. And we'll go back down on the other end of the floor for Jordan Richardson, the freshman. Really kind of, boy, just think if you're having to play against her, she's got 4 more years. Just being a freshman on the floor and nobody down underneath, and she'll be at the line. First shot in and out. We'll let Trey Cuttett, Charity Stripe sponsor. I want to thank him for his sponsorship for OSN basketball in the Lawton region. Second shot is up and in. Back to a 10-point game. 1:20 left to go in this contest. Mosby looking for a little help from a 3 ball. Comes up short with Alyssa Mack. Hits the front iron. They get the rebound. Alyssa Mack had it momentarily. Stole away. Into the hands of Richardson. So that little opportunity by that freshman showing her defensive and offensive prowess. Richardson. And there's going to be a whistle. And Richardson, just like the last time, she'll shoot. I guess this was a technical. Missed that opportunity and who that was on. So she'll shoot that and they'll get the ball. A little frustration maybe by the Lady Highlanders. As we say, these are important games, especially on your home floor. Look for a little help. That 5-second count does not happen because Coach calls a timeout just in time. So Carl Albert with a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Well, back to action. The latter part of this fourth quarter with 48 seconds left to go and kind of putting it on cruise control now as the Lady Titans with the ball and they'll play keep away. 40 seconds remain and looks like they'll get a win on the road. So we mentioned Carl Albert going to have to play back-to-back games, so get used to like a state run. They'll play Elgin tomorrow in their gym, and we'll have that on the network as well on both channels. And then finally the foul. Going to put Brown to the line to shoot 2. Well, that's the only way that you can get the ball back, of course. And don't forget, we've got the second of our doubleheader with the boys game coming up. Midwest City and Northwest Classen there will be tomorrow. Elgin and Carl Albert tomorrow. And all next week, tournament frenzy between the Comanche County Tournament, the Sweet Pea Tournament over in Newcastle, the Titan Classic at Carl Albert. Got plenty to choose from on the network. So if you're a basketball fan, we got you covered. Shot up and good to get them both. Largest lead is 14. Alyssa Mack outside, 3 ball on the way and misses the mark, hits the front iron, but 2 red jerseys underneath camped out for the rebound. So you're just really getting boxed out. And I don't have the stats on the offensive and defensive boards, but we're going to say Carl Albert dominated that. And that's really a difference in the game, because Macarthur's used to, with their height, with Courtney Thompson, Alyssa Mack, you're getting a lot of rebounds and second and maybe even third opportunities. We saw that only in the first quarter. It's the first shot to fall and gets them both. I think you're just going to wrap this one up. Say the score was, the game was a little bit closer at times than the score will indicate, but the final 10 seconds will roll off, and Lady Titans will be victorious. They do hit a 3 just at the point of interest. And then the clock will expire. And that will conclude our final 59-46. The Carl Albert Lady Titans defeat the Macarthur Lady Highlanders as they shake hands and say, good game. And the Carl Albert Lady Titans in that position behind El Reno have an opportunity to really hold on to that number 2 spot, and everybody else fighting for everything else. So we've got a little bit of time before we have the second, as the men will be warming up between the Carl Albert Titans and the Macarthur Highlanders. Don't you go anywhere. We've got that. And for those who are watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. For those who are watching on Facebook, make sure you give us a like, follow us there, and then follow us socially on Instagram and on X. You can download our free app. It's free. Had some calls on that, thinking that there's a subscription to be held. It's not. It's always free to download, free to watch. Just download the Oklahoma Sports Network on your Apple and Android devices. Also, Roku and Amazon Fire Apple TV if you're in your home. We've got about 12 minutes for the warm-up. We'll talk to Jordan Ray after this timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
All right, back here at the Macarthur Gym, getting ready for the second of our doubleheader. Should be a good one tonight. The Macarthur Highlanders and the Carl Albert Titans, yeah, they kind of know each other from afar in the other district of football since they're on the other side of 5A, but they're in together in this side of the district. And so we're going to bring back Jordan Ray into our broadcast from the Oklahoma City Mid-Dill area, get his kind of his recap of the girls' game, and then what we expect for the boys' game. Should be a good one. There's Jordan Ray for the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. And, yeah, quick recap on the girls' game for you. The game was a lot closer. The score would indicate. Lon MacArthur made it interesting, but with about 3 minutes to go, and so they kind of hit a wall. And I think one of the differences in the game is Carl Albert just has better team shooting. They just got better team shooting, and they had a really good game from someone who you would call an X factor, someone you may not have been expecting to beforehand, and that's Jordan Richardson. And so I think, again, the better shooting is basically what played out. MacArthur started to do some things better as far as scoring and for much of the second half, but then again, they kind of ran out of steam ending the game. Now, here's the consequences for this loss for Lawton MacArthur. They've now lost 3 district games in a row. And tomorrow, Eric, make note of this. You're not going to go to the game, I know, but Lawton MacArthur will be going to Guyman. And Guyman's not bad in girls basketball, so they challenged Carl Albert a few weeks ago. This is going to be a real gut check for Lawton MacArthur. It'll be their 3rd game in 4 days, going to Guyman, a long bus trip, and it's a game they could lose. And the reason why this matters is they need to get the high seed they can. This loss probably makes it really hard for them to get a top 2 seed. Talking about Lawton MacArthur. But a 3 seed still very much in play, and that matters still. If you settle back for a 4 seed, they have to go to Del City then. If they're a 4 seed, and Del City girls, I'm assuming Del City girls win. I don't want to make that proclamation just yet, but they're looking the part right now as a team you don't want to play early in the playoffs. You would rather go to whoever finishes second in that other district in the West between Midwest City and Class and SAS, which, by the way, we have that game tomorrow. That will go a long way to determine who would finish second there. That would still be a tough matchup, but Del City looks like a whole nother beast right now. So a very interesting stretch for Lawton MacArthur. 3 losses in a row. Hopefully they can get off that tomorrow. As for Carl Albert, they remain undefeated in district play, and they look really good for finishing in the top 2. And they will challenge El Reno. I like El Reno at this point, but Carl Albert looks like they'll be right there, and they got a lot of good, talented, quick players on this team. Not a lot of size, but that's usual for them, and they find a way to overcome that. So, but I like them to. I think they're in the driver's seat to definitely host a regional again. I'd be surprised if they don't with this win. But of course, there's still a lot of basketball left to be played. All right, on the boys' side, now Lawton MacArthur on the boys' side of it. They lost to El Reno badly as well, but that was their only loss in district play. So they can climb back into being in the top 2 with a win here against Carl Albert. Carl Albert boys have not really been tested yet with a strong district opponent. So as far as the matchups goes, I have to admit, I'm more familiar with Lawton MacArthur than I am Carl Albert actually on the boys' side. And so for Lawton MacArthur, it's just a matter of can their team speed really cause problems? And, they need I really like Keelan Brown, number 23 for Lawton MacArthur. I think he's a tremendous athlete and playmaker. And then they got Tykel Taylor and JaVale Coleman, really quick guards. Can they disrupt Carl Albert on both offense and defense? But whoever wins this game would be basically in second place. If Carl Albert wins, they'll be still, I think, maybe a half game behind El Reno. I forget the win total, but they'll be right there. So if you want to host a regional, again, that matters. These are the type of games that help determine that. Whoever wins this game will definitely be in the driver's seat for that. And once again, I want to thank the crossover sponsors for being with us. That's Dynamic Health Clinic and Hera. Please visit Dr. Kaufman for whatever the reasons are. And Triple H Screen Printing. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple H Screen Printing. 2D buys houses. We buy and renovate homes in any condition. Call us at 405-931-3046. And the Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance Agency, located in Midwest City. They're family-owned and operated, and you can call them at 405-733-7671. All right, Eric, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jordan, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate you opportunity to be able to catch this game live on both channels on the Oklahoma Sports Network. That's right. Whether you're watching on Carl Albert or you're watching on the Macarthur channel. You've got us both. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow as well. And we'll have second of our doubleheader in about 2.5 minutes. We'll take a timeout, and we've got tip-off coming up next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer, when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
So the starting lineups for the Carl Albert Titans goes as Matthews, a 6-foot guard at a sophomore. Jordan Hawkins, junior at 6'2". Xavier Garcia, 6'2" senior at guard. Braden Rogers, he's the junior at guard at 6'2", and then LeBron Royal, a junior, 6'2" forward. Now go to the other end of the floor. The Macarthur Highlanders and the Carl Albert Titans on your game of the week right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Wearing number 0 is Latrell Bailey. He's the 6'3" senior. And then Javal Coleman, he's the 6'1" junior. Wearing number 10, Alton Thomas, he's a 5'11" junior. Take it, sophomore. He's a sophomore. And A.J. Vaughn, the senior, comes off the bench. And wearing number 23, Keon Brown, a senior, 6'2". Macarthur Highlanders in their all white. And they'll have their kind of green numbers with the, I guess, yellow, very light, like a highlighter yellow right outside their numbers. Carl Albert Titans kind of break their huddle, getting ready to put 8 on the board. Getting ready. Whoops. Didn't do my little change out, so no, we're not in the fourth quarter. And no, that is not your score. So coming out for the girls game, I got to talking with Jordan, and got a little distracted. So we'll put zeros on the board. We'll put 8 on the board, getting ready for first quarter action. Ready to jump it, A.J. Vaughn. And the tip out is controlled by the Carl Albert Titans. Loose ball, double teamed, and steps on the line. So it's an out of bounds as they force the defender out of bounds. And just like that, as the Carl Albert Titans get the opening tip, Highlanders force them out of bounds and the first turnover of the ball game. Bailey, we're going to shift on over. Brown, and then up top for a 3-ball look, hits it. And they let Trey cut it 3. Highlanders get on the board first with the 3 of the night. Cross court, don't leave that man wide open, and a charge is called against LeBron Royal. So you took one for the team for the Highlanders. And back-to-back possessions come up empty for the Carl Albert Titans. Just underway here at the Macarthur Gym. So A.J. Vaughn looks over here on that one corner, and all right, and we get a little contested. First foul for the Carl Albert Titans. First team foul in your charity stripe. Second foul, rather. Back irons. First shot is no good. Second shot coming up. Let Trey cut it. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment. Why not Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointment. Second shot, a little bit in the knees. Up and in. So it's a 4-0 lead for the Macarthur Highlanders. A little bit of pressure put on. Carl Albert going to try to get that off as Braden Rogers, and that's going to go out of bounds. Last time we were able to see the Highlanders, they played in the game against the Lawton High Wolverines a couple weeks back. So we'll cross over as Brown will get it back to Vaughn, to Brown, rotate around. He'll get a little help by A.J., get the a little bit of help. Gonna need it. Outside corner. Hits it for a 3-ball. Well, we know Highlanders can live and die by the 3. They made an opportunity with a let Trey cut it 3-ball. Double team. Trying to force that before it gets across the timeline. Nice little move. Goes strong to the basket is Garcia. Comes up empty. Gets the rebound. 3-ball on the way. Back irons, no good. Rebounded by the Titans. Again, corner. Looks for an opportunity. A little help. Drives all alone. So just around his man, but comes up empty. Back down on the other end of the floor and a quick. And there's a timeout on the floor. So we'll take it with them. A little bit of run for the Highlanders. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
All right, so back to action after a timeout by the Carl Albert Titans, a 9-1. We get the second one, so a 9-2 advantage for the Macarthur Highlanders in a steal and don't blink. Going to miss some action. Inside the lane, looks for the trail. Brown splits 2 defenders, loose ball, kind of stripped and stolen. And now we're going to be a foul on Braden Rogers. Got too much of the hand. Both teams with 2 apiece for team fouls. Rogers looks to inbounds. Going to go up top. Fakes right, drives lane. Gets his own rebound. Turnaround jumper is up and good. And the whistle. They didn't say they counted the bucket, so it must have been before the shot. No, it was. It was count the bucket. Misses the opportunity. Scores table a little bit slow on the draw, but it's a 9-4 contest. Bailey and outside looking for a little bit of help. He's going to step on the line and go out of bounds. So Coleman back out for Bailey and a 3-ball. And hit the let Trey cut it 3-ball. Extends the Highlander lead to 12. Rogers crosses the timeline. He'll give over to Matthews. Matthews back over to Garcia. Garcia dribbles, drives, backpedals and loses it off of his foot, and it goes out of bounds. So the Highlanders want to try to capitalize. They got the turnover. Now can they get the points? Coach Jay Price trying to settle his team down. Just kind of calm down. Your emotions are running high right now. Don't look up at the scoreboard. Got a long way to go in this one. Brown will cross the timeline. He'll go up against 4 defenders, and a charge is called. So, you planted the feet just at the right time for Brown to come in. The collision going back the other way. It is now 5 fouls for the Highlanders. So from here on out will be the bonus, and we're not even halfway through quarter one. So we'll be shooting a lot of 2s here and slow this down just a bit. Crosses the timeline, Titans. Baseline. Back out, left wing. Oh, Brown gets a little bit of a hand off of it, goes out of bounds, but last touched by Brown. So Carl Albert will retain possession with Matthews. Down to Rogers, turnaround jumper, no good. Tipped up, Rogers, and then there's a rebound, puts up off the glass for Royal. LeBron Royal is fouled, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. So as we said, Highlanders already put the Titans in the bonus for the remainder of this quarter. Only 2 for the Titans, so they got 3 to give before they even start talking Macarthur going to the line for 2. First shot by Royal, no good. Glad you could join us on the network for this presentation of both boys and girls games. The Lady Titans with the win over the Lady Highlanders in our first game. Got 2 games on the network. Oh, boy, misses it, but the put back up for 2 is good by Thomas. So, you got to box out. You miss the 2 at the line, but you get the free with the rebound and the putback. Brown back up top. Nice little stutter step move. Puts the ball up by Alton Thomas, no good. Going to cross. It's Matthews. Lets that one sail, and the back iron 3 for Thomas is no good. Gets the rebound, another 3 on the way, and this time is good. And now Coach Gagliardi will call a timeout. Chipped away at that lead, 9-12. Highlanders. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Get ready. It's time for the Billingsley Annual Gigantic Ford Sell-Off with the best prices of the year on all remaining 2024 models. 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and giant savings up to $10,000 on the 2024 new F-150 Platinum truck that out-tows, out-hauls any other truck in its class. Only at the Billingsley's Gigantic Sell-Off. Save thousands on all remaining new 2024 trucks in stock. Only at Billingsley Ford in Lawton, Duncan, and Altus.
All right, so back after the timeout. Highlanders saw their lead kind of dwindling. A.J. Vaughn getting a little bit of help as Adam Austin comes out to bail him. Got some substitutions coming off the bench. There's Xavier Alcedo in the ball game now, same as Adam Austin. Brown top of the key. Looks to drive, little floater up top. Hits the back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Titans. Here comes Carl Albert. Baseline, Brody Rogers with a reverse layup is good. You got to find out where he is on the floor at any given time, and just like that, it's a one-point game. So basketball is in streaks. Right now favoring the momentum for Carl Albert. Bounce pass to Adam Austin. Loses it momentarily, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adam, so Carl Albert with a turnover, and the Titans with the ball, trying to be able to take the lead for the first time tonight. Down 12-11. 2.5 to go here in quarter one. Goes baseline, runs out of real estate, bounces out, stolen by Adam Austin. Crosses is Alcedo. Looks to drive right. Back up top to Thomas. Thomas goes, drives, misses. Up off the glass, even a soft touch, doesn't able to fall. Here comes the Titans. Throws that one out of bounds. Now the Highlanders going to slow things down just a bit as they went as Amari Turner. Cross against Rogers. Up top for Alcedo. Adam Austin, top. He'll get the roll back. Titans collapse down with 2 to stop that roll. Going to the right. Back up top, Turner. He'll back out with 1:32 left to go. Highlanders with just a 1-point lead. Milking this just a little bit more perimeter passing than what we see. Normally with the fast break, looking for an opportunity to try to get that shot they want, and there is Hammer down with the ball selection on the corner. That's probably going to be on Matthews. That is. It's going to be his second, team third. So we already say the Highlanders put the Titans in the bonus about halfway through at the 4-minute mark. Look at the inbounds. Adam Austin Bayer atop of the key there for Thomas. Thomas looks for a little bit of help. Back over to Turner. Turner will drive against 3. Oh, and he'll take the extra step. Trying to get around that defender and just lost his traction, his footing, and that's going to be a turnover, and the Titans able to try to take the lead with a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Brandon Rogers. They're going to be a drive. Tries to go is Austin Johnson. And a whistle. So a turnover there. And we're going to get something with the officials with some kind of something going on underneath there. Have to take care of. They're going to have to get a substitution in. I think it's a player. He must have something that they got to take care of. That's what the referee was coming over to the bench to talk about. So Alton Thomas will go out of the ball game. I guess they got to go check on something. Maybe it's on his jersey. He'll take his jersey off. So if he comes back in, he may be wearing a different number. We'll have to keep an eye on that, or they're going to treat it. We'll see. A.J. Vaughn, get things started. Highlanders still with a 1-point lead with 39 seconds left to go. Looking for a little bit of help. Heavily contested by Carl Albert, clamping down on the defense here with 30 seconds left to go. Drives, looks for a little bit of help. A.J. Vaughn from downtown, way off the mark. Titans with a rebound. Down the floor, stutter step, gets a move, gets past one defender, floater inside the lane, and a foul, and a whistle. So it goes out of bounds. And 16 seconds left to go, and you thought maybe Carl Albert would take the lead. Still hadn't done that. Still has stayed the same score as it has a couple of times down the floor. Adam Austin with a move, gets a run defender, and he's hammered hard with a collision trying to go strong up to the hoop. And that does put them in the bonus with 2 seconds remaining. Your let Trey cut it opportunity at the free throw. Very important free throws, gets the first one to go. 13-11, your score. Second shot coming up. Back iron's no good. Titans will not get a shot off. So after one quarter in the books, it's just a 13-11 Macarthur lead. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Well, strap yourselves in for this one. This is probably going to go back and forth for the remainder of this contest, I would guess. The way that it's looking and not really established. We're into the second quarter now. Both teams trying to find their way with the score. The Highlanders in all white with the black numbers. Carl Albert in their all dark charcoal with red trim. Adam Austin, give and go, try to go. Outside corner. Up top. Back to Brown. Brown looks for a drive. Kick out. 3 ball on the way. Gets that one to go. So the Highlanders capitalize after the start of the second with a 3 ball opportunity. Carl Albert. Titans with their opportunity to try to match, and they do. So Brandon Rogers said, I'll take that. You're going to give it to me? I'll take it. And we're to a 1-bucket Macarthur lead. Brown calling for a little bit of help. Top as he gets it from Coleman, and a whistle on the floor, away from the ball with the push. It's going to be on Macarthur. That's going to be their first. It's going to be on Cole. It's going to be hit. Oh, let's take that back. No, they re-registered. That's going to be on Austin. Adam Austin, that's going to be his first. 3 ball on the way and hits it. Silences the crowd. As I say, back and forth, and Carl Albert takes their first lead of the ball game. 6:39 left to go in quarter number 2. Coleman dribbles, tries to get around, and that's going to be a little bit too much. It's going to be Carl Albert's first. The foul is going to be on Adrian Randall. That's going to be his first. Brown will hold. Guarded against Brandon Rogers. Drives left. A little kick out. Over to Coleman. Coleman drives inside the paint, and we're going to have a whistle. So he goes in. I think that's going to be on A.J. Vaughn, right? That's going to be now the 5th. So Highlanders have done that 2 quarters in a row, and a lot sooner now, as they have now given the 5th. If that's correct on the scoreboard, puts them in the bonus from here on out. Yeah, they're going to be a travel. Took one little too many steps to the lane. Set to inbounds is Coleman for the Highlanders. Be guarded against Matthews and Royal. They'll back up. Brown will cross the timeline alone with 5:50 remaining here before the half. Brown over to Bailey. Bailey lets that one sail for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. Down the floor, here comes Carl Albert. Double teamed against Austin. Way up top. Over to Brandon Rogers. Lets that one sail. No good. Rebound Brown. Brown's got a double team. Splits that. Long pass. Wide open. Up off the glass for 2 is good. Looking for the low post man all alone. Finds him, and the lead changes. Back to the Highlanders. 18-17 with 5:15 left to go. So he's saying that no one's really established their game yet. I mean, they're kind of just back up and down the court, and I said that's kind of what this game has been so far. No really big leads by either team. We're going to trap and we're going to clamp down, goes baseline. Floater around the defender, up off the glass for 2 is good by Royal. And the lead changes again. 19-18 with the Carl Albert lead with 4:48 left to go before the half. Brown, against 3 defenders, high off the glass, no good. Loose ball picked up around and now into the hands of Rogers. Rogers guarded against Brown, crosses the timeline. 4.5 to go, almost stolen there. Boys, Coleman almost saw that, but almost doesn't count in this game. They're going to let a 3-ball let rally in. And they'll let Trey cut it. 3-ball opportunity has now given the Carl Albert their largest lead tonight, 22-18. 4-point lead. That was a stolen ball and a slam dunk by Austin Johnson. And a timeout is called. So, the breakaway, and you'll get to see that one again. I thought, and he didn't step out, and no one really did anything, and they let him have the opportunity, and they'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
All right, so as I said, there wasn't really one big lead, and all of a sudden it's the largest from either tonight. It's Carl Albert with a 6-point lead with 4:02 left to go. Kind of a drought for the Highlanders trying to get something going, but rained in a couple of threes as Coleman finds his way, and a strip stolen. Trace comes all the way, and a bucket's going to count. You're going to see the steal here. And I always say, just trail. Don't Don't think you have to do anything like right there. Such a killer. So, and the harm and the foul make it 27. Still extending the largest Carl Albert lead, 27-18 with 3:45 left to go. A.J. Vaughn, little round robin, over to Bailey. Bailey looks for a little bit of help. Circum that up, over to Coleman. Coleman back to Bailey. Down underneath to Williams. Back up top, 3-ball. Oh, made the adjustment because that was going to be blocked. Down underneath for a quick 1-0, and they could have got the N1. But instead goes to the line. Man, I'll tell you what, he crashed the floor hard as Thompson. Thomas will get up slowly, grimacing just a bit. As he'll go to the line shooting 2. It's going to be the 3rd foul on the Titans. 2 more before they put the Highlanders in the bonus. To the line shooting 2. Gets the first one to go. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointment. Second shot is also good. And a whistle for substitutions coming in. Back to a 7-point lead. This time by the Titans. Largest lead. His team's plants. Oh, and then that gets deflected on the 3, but Titans get the rebound. Brandon Rogers up top for a 3-ball. No good. Coleman, 2-on-2. Goes straight up and in. So we're going to see that on the instant replay as we're going to go to the line for the N1. Goes right here, and then the explanation point. That's what happens when you can get a little Highlander surge to try to get some momentum back. And gets the 3-point swing. Back to a 4-point lead now with Carl Albert, and a timeout called by the Titans. They'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Well, we're certainly not done with basketball. Tomorrow, 2 doubleheaders. You got Midwest City and Northwest Classen. You got Elgin and Carl Albert right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So you can join us for that. Halftime coming up with about 3 minutes to go. Here in the corner, and then try to force that feed in. And Bailey gets the rebound to Brown. Outside, readjust for the 3, and then again. The second time, readjust, goes low post. Back outside, 3-ball on the way. Hits the back iron, no good, and we got a whistle on the floor. It's going to be 4th now on full court press. Splits this press. He motions to start back up top for Royal. Back over to Rogers. Tries to go baseline, tipped away, deflected. But guess what? Into the hand of Brandon Rogers. I'm going to say there's a push. That foul is going to be on Williams, the sophomore at 6 foot. He's going to be the enforcer down there. It's going to be his second. Brandon Rogers to the line, shooting 2. Shot up and good. (28-23) Carl Albert with the lead with 2:13 left to go before the half. Second half action coming up. You can join us on the network anytime. Follow us on social media so you can connect and say, well, what games you got coming up? You can also subscribe to our free newsletter. That just went out today. It'll be one of 8,000 emails that go out weekly about what's happening on the network. Bounces out, back into the hands of Brandon Rogers. It gets to Royal, back to Rogers. Rogers looks for a little bit of help. Bailey, it's under 2 minutes. Rogers drives, stops, and pops. Back iron's no good, but the putback up is. 23-30. 7-point lead, back to it for Carl Albert. Just as soon as Macarthur starts chipping away at it, Carl Albert regains and takes that momentum back. Brown, nice spin move around, and he'll get fouled on the way up. He'll shoot 2. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? Where appointments prevent disappointments. Very important free throws at the line. First shot up and good. Trying to make it a 5-point game with this shot coming up. It is. Gets them both. The lead is 5 with $1:25 left to go before the half. Tries to go baseline, loses the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. So kind of off of his foot is Garcia, wasn't able to corral that. And the Highlanders, can they capitalize on a turnover by the Titans with 1:10 left to go before the half? As Williams hands off to El Sado. He'll drive. Oh, took that little extra step. You could see it. His momentum was there. Stop plant. So both teams turned the ball over in the last minute of this contest of the first half. Rogers. He'll inbounds to Thomas. No, we'll get a little bit too much. Brown will pick up one. It's going to be his second. It's going to send Darian Thomas, a sophomore, to the line. Shooting 2. Shot up, good. Lead is back to 6. Second shot coming up is good. Brown down to Bailey. Oh, and then a nice little give and go. You just find the connection. The passing, just kind of like what you do in practice. Bring it 32-27, final 36 seconds left to go. Outside corner. Going to shoot that 3 ball on the way. Back iron's no good. Gets the rebound, and the putback is up for good for 2. Brown. Oh, and they're going to say, no, coach was asking for a jump ball. Coach Price says, jump ball, he got hand, he got a little bit of body with the hand in it. And Brown will go to the line. shot up and good. Why not let Trey cut it? Second shot is also good. Finals 15 seconds remaining before the half. Brandon Rogers, little stutter step. They were wanting for a call. Adam Austin gets the nice clean block. Out with 5 seconds left to go. Up off the glass for, it's right there at the buzzer for 2. And that's going to make it a 34-31 exciting finish. As we'll get to see this here on the instant replay. As the last seconds right here was the shot high up, and the putback up is good for 2. And that ends the half. We've got a good one, 34-31. We'll talk with Jordan Ray for Middell Sports and his report about what he expects in the second half of this one. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this. You're watching the Game of the Week right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
back here at the Macarthur Gym, and we are at the half right now where Carl Albert leads 34-31. Leads have changed back and forth. It's kind of been that kind of game. I'm really kind of interested in what Jordan Ray's take is it from Mid-Del, representing Midwest City, Del City, and Carl Albert. So, Jordan, what is your thoughts coming into this for the second half?
Game, Eric, because Lawton MacArthur got up to a 9-1 lead. They did it with full court press, and they made some threes. And the thing about playing a full court press is that helps your offense even when you're not pressing, just because it just makes you want to push the pace more. And so they were converting off missed layups and everything like that. And credit Coach Price for Carl Albert. He's won a few state titles, and he got his team composed, and they played a lot more composed. And they got really comfortable in the half court, just finding their driving lanes, playing really good team ball. And that limited Lawton MacArthur's transition opportunities. Eventually the three-point shot, of course. It's always important who's efficient there. Lawton MacArthur started to tail off a bit. And then Carl Albert had the big lead for a split second there. And what Lawton MacArthur has to do, they have the athletes to really push the ball in transition. They have to keep doing that, even off misses or makes. Keep going, running. And I think that that will be their advantage even when the threes aren't falling. So this is an important game. Obviously, we talked about why. If Carl Albert wins, they will be tied with El Reno in the district standings at 5-0. Like I said, inside track to having a top 2 seed, which means you host a regional. For Lawton MacArthur, they have a loss, of course, to El Reno. They have to, like the girls, turn around and play Guyman tomorrow. Of course, Carl Albert will be in Elgin tomorrow. But for the Lawton MacArthur boys, not as tough a game for them. They have, first of all, they don't have that loss to Noble like the girls do, and then the Guyman boys are not as good, relatively speaking, as the Guyman girls are. So, but still, this is they have a good chance to get a top 2 seed as well. But this is an important game for them. And of course, Eric, you mentioned some big games tomorrow. You mentioned a game Josh Kell and I will be doing with Midwest City, playing a class at SAS. And you got Elgin hosting Lawton MacArthur. Also, I think Altus is hosting Western Heights on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And an interesting game to follow, especially on the boys' side, where we have the 2 best teams in the other district, John Marshall hosting Lawton High. And whoever wins that game will be in first place. So we'll start to see some real movement after this week as far as who has the inside track to win the district, host the regional by finishing second, or having to go on the road. And I want to thank one more time our crossover sponsors, Dynamic Health Clinic, Triple H Screen Printing, Toonie Buys Houses, Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. These are locations in the Mid-Del area. Dynamic Health Clinic, they're up in Harrah, but they're worth a 20 to 25-minute trip for the Midwest City residents. Triple H Screen Printing, great sponsor for us in the Mid-Del area. Toonie Buys Houses, if you're looking to sell your home, they'll help lease or finance your home as well. And Patrick Newby is the place to go for your insurance needs in the Midwest City area. So I want to thank all of them. And just looking forward to a second half. This is a really close game. I think this could come down to the wire. Both teams have certain advantages over the other. So I'm really interested to see who plays more composed in the second half. All right, Eric, back to you.
All right, so we have that kind of rundown of how much important this game is for both teams, and I think they know it. They understand it. They know each other well, and right now it's just a slim Carl Albert lead, 34-31. We got about 4.5 to go before we start second half action, so don't you go anywhere. You can download our free app on Apple and Android devices. You can also find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Connect to us socially, whether you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, or you're on X. Just follow us there, and if you're home devices, download us for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this for the Game of the Week right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Wings and pizza here.
You mean pizza and wings?
16 boneless wings, 1 pizza, wings and pizza.
It's stuffed, crust, pizza. Pizza is the lead.
Wings and pizza. Guys,
get a large stuffed crust pizza and 16 boneless wings starting at $19.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Back here at the Macarthur Gym, and at the half, 34-31 as it concludes, and final warm-ups are done. And as what Jordan had said, and what I believe is true, it's actually going to be a fun second half. So stay tuned and get ready for this one. Third quarter is brought to you by Home Tech Solutions, providing you the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout the state of Oklahoma. 20 years of experience. Call for a free estimate today. 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328. Final 19 seconds of warm-up. Ready to put 8 on the board and get ready for second half action. Strap yourselves in. We've got some games tomorrow as Midwest City and Class and SAS. Altus taking on Elgin, taking on Carl Albert at Elgin's gym tomorrow. So Carl Albert, get ready for your strong legs because you're going to have to play back-to-back. Elgin coming off of their win against Noble. Girls in overtime, and the boys with an impressive win. So the Carl Albert Titans will start off with the ball. Start second half action. Going to go hard to Garcia. Find the corner for Hawkins. 3-ball, no good. Rebound with a putback is also no good. Brown with a rebound for the Highlanders, and we got a whistle to start off with, and he must have stayed on the line to go out of bounds. So his dark shoes hit the green, and an opportunity for Carl Albert to take advantage of the bounce pass to Brandon Rogers. Rogers will come back top of the key. Matthews looks to drive against A.J. Vaughn. Kick out to Garcia. Garcia will stop, drives, penetrates, kicks out. That goes out of bounds. .726 just underway here in the third quarter. Brown to A.J. Vaughn. Back up top to Coleman, to Bailey. Corner. Look for the top for Brown to start over. Dribbles, kick out to the corner. Lets that one three, and that's what you live and die for. And the Highlanders start off with a tie ball game to start this second half. So the lead changes, go back and forth. And the Highlanders have chipped away as Garcia looks to score the first points for the Carl Albert Titans on this end of the floor. Matthews, he'll clean out the lanes and set everybody move away. A little floater, and he'll get that one to tap in. Lead goes back up to the Titans by a bucket. Brown clears Coleman out of the way. Drives right. Stopped. Top for Bailey. Readjusts. Back over to Coleman. Coleman looking to drive. Sticks his arm out just a little bit. Throws that out to corner. Bailey almost with a little walk to Brown. Brown top. Adam Austin fakes, then goes strong up to the hoop. A little fade away. No good. Brandon Rogers with a rebound. Here comes the Titans. Brandon Rogers for a three-ball look, and he hits it. Carl Albert back up 39-34. Brown crosses the timeline. Fakes the pass, goes strong to the hoop, and a whistle. It's going to bring Brown to the line, shooting two. And you're let Trey cut it. Charity Stripe, where appointments prevent disappointments. Just scan the QR code and get started today. Brown's shot up and good. Trying to make it a three-point game with this shot up and in, and does. 5:22 remain in the third quarter. Double teamed at the line. Brandon Rogers, little pass out over to Matthews. Kick out, no good. Brown with the rebound. Against two defenders, he'll clear out the lane, and then he'll cross the timeline. Looks to drive, little stutter pass over to the wing on the side, no good. A.J. Vaughn with a nice quick move. Throw it out on a Titan to go out of bounds, so Carl Albert will not be able to retain. Brown will take it out underneath his own basket. Quick to Adam Austin. Austin, a throwaway. Stolen. Layup up and in for Garcia. Can't let those things happen, and Adam Austin had no one home when he threw that away. Thought there was someone up top, and it wasn't. Brown goes strong to the hoop, no good. Contested. Brandon Rogers. Kicked off of his foot, that goes out of bounds, and now Macarthur will take advantage if they can convert with points. And it's 4:49. Brown to Coleman. Bailey tried to do the give and go, but they do again now with Adam Austin. And Austin is able to connect for the two, and we're going to come back. And the harm and the foul coming back down the other way. Try for the three-point swing. Try to extend the lead to 6. shot up and good. 44-38. 4:30 to go here in the third. Coleman. Adam Austin spin move, loses the ball, but picked up by Coleman. Nice hands. 3 ball on the side pocket for El Sado. And your let Trey cut it 3 ball gets the Highlanders back in business to make it 44-41. Almost tipped away. Brandon Rogers able to corral that. To Garcia. Little shutterbug back and forth. Loose ball picked up. Carl Albert from downtown. Brandon Rogers, no good. Almost loses his balance as Bailey, but is able to regain his composure and not travel. Gonna push. Almost trying to stole by Brandon Rogers. A.J. Vaughn with a setback 3. Rims in and out, but a putback up off the glass is good for 2. And the bucket counts for the N1. We'll see this right here. Push away. No, that's going to be offensive. I'm sorry. It's going to be my bad. Sorry. What a disappointment that was. I thought that was going to be the 2 and the N1 that just the Macarthur needed, but no say no. Now 2 fouls to 1 here in the third quarter. Oh, they're going to say that's going to be a charge. So we did see that one. And that's going to be on Royal. That's going to be his 4th. So he's picked up 4th, the team's 2nd. Corner, A.J. Vaughn outside. Ooh, stutter step move. Goes baseline, and a charge is called. So, boy, they're calling it tight. That's going to be Coleman's first. It's going to be the team 3rd. Titans with 2. Really playing aggressive. Tipped out, loose ball picked up by the Titans. Brandon Rogers, right on that corner. I thought, man, a little bit of green behind him. Almost stepped out of bounds, but kept in. Little floater inside the lane is good for Matthews. To make it 46. So Macarthur called a timeout, I believe, or it's with a player. It was something that had to happen because he just disappeared. That was Coleman that went out. Okay, so stoppage of play just for maybe something with 2:22 and counting. A.J. Vaughn, and he gets pushed out. A force out on the line. Coach Gagliardi not happy with that because, man, you need these possessions. Try to converge on it. He'll kind of wipe down with his feet a little bit of the perspiration, and 5-point lead. Matthews guarded against Brown. 2:09 remaining in the third. Garcia into Johnson. Back out to Matthews. A little perimeter passing back out to Johnson. Looks to drive, goes left, and they're going to be a tie up and I think it's going to be a foul on A.J. Vaughn. No, they're going to call that on El Sado. That's going to be his first, the team 4th. One more, and they will put them in the bonus. Brandon Rogers with a nice little soft touch, but it does not go in. Loose ball picked up, A.J. Vaughn. Now, they've got the numbers. Bounce pass up, Adam Austin, too much, but a putback up is good for 2. So it's a 46-43 contest. Back and forth we go in the seesaw. 137, little floater inside the lane, no good. Where the putback up is, and that rebound that you need to box out with capitalizes for the Titans. 48-43 with 1:26 left to go here in the third. Back to a 5-point game. Adam Austin looks to drive, little floater, and he is hammered. And he'll go to the line shooting two. Tried to swipe from behind, but got a little bit of contact instead. To the let Trey cut it charity stripe opportunity. Very important for Mr. Adam Austin. Great football phenom as a junior. Already committed to Arkansas. Gets the first shot to go in. Second shot coming up. The lead is 3. With a $1:14, like we said, this game going to go back and forth all the way through this fourth quarter unless someone early gets on a run. Titans with the ball. Working their way up. Garcia, and we got a whistle away from the ball. A lot of stuff going on away from the basket, and a technical is called. So now we got a foul and a tech. Let's see where we're going to go with this. I'm going to sort this one out. All right, so a little bit too much talking, and boy, you just hate it in games like this, but Darian Thomas selected to go to the line. No, it's not Thomas, sorry. It's going to be, yeah, it is Thomas, 12. And they'll get the ball. Well, they get the foul, though. Okay, now we're going to come back on the other side. Making that, yeah, that's right. Okay, shot up. It's good. Second shot, so double techs. We'll take it out. So a little bit of saying something. 4-point lead by Carl Albert with 1:01 left to go here in the third quarter. Brown will inbounds to try to chip away at this Carl Albert lead. Back up for Alcedo to Brown. Corner. Back up to Brown. Goes, drives, gets that one tapped away, goes out of bounds. Now 40 seconds on the clock. Coach Gagliardi will bring one in. He'll bring in Williams. He'll replace Adam Austin. A little bit of enforcer down underneath. And Williams goes strong. Oh, and then backdoor against A.J. Vaughn. A jump ball will be called. Now what you wanted to see is now it's a turnover. Carl Albert will take the ball underneath. And a lot of shifting around. No, it's Macarthur ball. So the possession arrow stays with Macarthur. Williams fakes the three. Back up to Turner. Turner back over to Alcedo. Inside the paint. Looks to go up with it. Back over to Williams. Back up top. We'll start with 15 seconds left to go. Drives. Oh, and a stutter step and a travel. So he gets it, but just doesn't come out with it. So Amari Turner turns the ball over. And the Carl Albert 4-point lead with 11 seconds left to go. Outside. Oh, and they're going to say a travel on the other end of the floor. So Austin Johnson took an extra step. So 7 seconds. You got plenty of time for the Highlanders to try to convert. And a timeout, or is it? No, just substitutions. So substitutions. El Sado. Brown crossed the timeline. Inside the lane, back irons at the buzzer, and that will not fall. So our score remains 50-46, Carl Albert after 3. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Welcome back on the network, and boy, we've got some great games even tomorrow, including Elgin and Carl Albert. Yeah, that's right, Carl Albert will play tomorrow in Elgin. They'll make 2 bus rides. The Macarthur girls will go up to Guyman. We will not have that as a broadcast, but we will have Elgin and Carl Albert. We'll have Midwest City and Classen SAS on the network. We'll also have Altus on the network as well, playing Western Heights. This is kind of the separation part of the district in these games, and that's why this game means so much, as Macarthur finds themselves in a district claw going up against Carl Albert and El Reno. They're already losing to El Reno, as we mentioned earlier. We'll put 8 on the board unless it goes into overtime. Carl Albert to inbounds. Over to Matthews. Double team. Rogers with it. Side corner. Dribbles. Against 2 defenders. It is stolen. Picked up, almost restolen, but Brown with the ball. So Carl Albert comes up empty on their first possession to start the fourth quarter. Brown to dribble. Drives. Gets the momentum for the ball, puts it back up, but comes up short. Rogers with it. Back over to Matthews. Brandon Rogers. Man, that would have been a nice layup, but he was just out of position. He knew it, threw it out. Nice pass to the side corner to Austin Johnson. And he is going to step out. It was tapped out by, last touch by the Highlanders. Rogers had to readjust again. Oh, man, just charging hard as Garcia goes strong to the hoop. It's going to be on Turner. It's going to be his first and the team first. Up top, Brandon Rogers from the side for the 3, and he is dangerous there. Don't let him all alone. Now extends it out for Carl Albert, 53-46. Brown over to Turner. Turner looks for a little bit of help. Goes up top to Coleman. Drives in the paint, turn around, a little floater just off balance for El Sado. And that comes up empty. So the Highlanders come up empty on that drive down the court. Here comes the Titans strong with a nice roll. And what a momentum shift that is. And, yeah, Coach Gagliardi wants to call a timeout before this gets one away from him. So he'll take it. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Barriers team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, so Coach Gagliardi need to call a timeout before things start to get run away with a score before it gets out of hand. A big lead now for Carl Albert, 55-46. Nine-point lead. Step back three. Back iron's no good. Loose ball picked up by the Titans. Well, you really need an offensive board there after the shot. Carl Albert at the right place at the right time. Inside, muscles his way in for a deuce. Now you start to say, boy, they can start running away with it now if you don't really stop the bleeding. Brown, gets that completely stolen and then re-stolen, but the foul by Brown. So Johnson picks the pocket. Brown tries to return the favor, and he'll pick up his third. It's going to be the team's second. 3 ball out of the way, no. There's a lot of bodies up there, and they're going to say it's going to be a foul on Carl Albert. It's going to be their first. That's going to be on Johnson, and that's his second. Brown will bark out instructions. The top from Coleman back to Brown, and on the line, there is a foul called with the hack. Carl Albert's going to pick up their second. It's going to be on Johnson. That's going to be his third. And Johnson, you can take your pick. 3 different Carl Albert Titans. Just find out which one that is. We're going to go to the line shooting 2. That's now the third. Yeah, and they're going to put it on Johnson. That's going to be his fourth. So 1 away from fouling out of this ball game. Johnson with his fourth. Brown with a miss. The charity stripe sponsor by Let Trey Cut It. Why not let Trey cut it? Rims out, boy, it's so important. The scorer's table wants him an official look at something. They're nodding, they're good. Shot is no good. Loose ball. Gets his own rebound, and a call tie-up jump ball is called. No, Coach Gagliardi was able to call a timeout. So he called a 30-second timeout just in time to save his man from a turnover. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Well, Macarthur cheers starting to get a little bit loud, finally getting a little bit more active. Going to need the fan base to do the same thing. They're going to need a little hometown action to kind of drive this team with a little bit of enthusiasm. So the called timeout was able to keep it, stops, waits, hesitates, little soft move in, gets a rebound, put back up, no good. Brandon Rogers against 3, and there's going to be a tie-up, and there's going to be a jump ball called. So the possession arrow will remain down here. A fight for it with 3. Now let's see if the Highlanders can make something happen. We're going to take it out underneath. Well, you need to capitalize with points. You know, you get an opportunity at staying on this end of the floor a couple of times. Will you make something happen out of it? Oh, a little pushing and shoving down underneath. Offensive. So that doesn't help. Carl Albert, loses it momentarily right at the line. Little bounce pass going to go away, and that's going to go out of bounds. Last touched, they say, on the Highlanders. They're going to say against Williams, so it's going to stay on that end of the floor. 4.5 to go. 9-point lead. Titans with the ball. And they're going to be, Bailey's going to get called for it as they're trying to get it over to Brandon Rogers. That is going to be the 4th, so one more, and they will put the Titans in the bonus the rest of the way. I think they got cleaned off whatever they needed to on Brown. So he checks back in the ball game. From downtown, back iron's no good, but the put back up by guess who? Rogers. We're going to have to box him out. That's not the story tonight. He's been all over the floor, both offensively and defensively. Rogers to inbounds. Oh, that was a little bit too high. They were wanting to put back right there, but nonetheless, inside for a quick one by Garcia. And it's been all Titans in this little stretch, and almost a stolen ball. As Johnson got his hands on it, went out of bounds. A.J. Vaughn quickly in. Highlanders have come up empty a couple of times down the floor. Will they convert? A.J. Vaughn underneath the Brown, double teamed. He just has to throw that up against a Titan. Take it out and get underneath and start new. Got a substitution coming in for the Titans. It'll be LeBron Royal. Not seen him for a little bit. Want to convert. Stripped, stolen. Fast break opportunity. Trailing. And the bucket counts. So we'll see that on replay. Kind of want to let him have it, but no, with the body and the harm for a 3-point swing. Titans trying to slip away from this one on the road against the Highlanders. Charity Stripe sponsor by Let Trey Cut It. Had a lot of basketball here in the goings of Tuesday night with Elgin and Noble. Tonight's game, and then tomorrow we got a full slate of 3 games on the network. Brown, outside corner, A.J. Vaughn let the 3. Back iron's no good. Gets the rebound, put back up, no good. Another rebound by Brown, finally. The Highlanders finally get a bucket after it was closed lid. Now they're playing outside, and that was a throwaway, so that's a good opportunity. Lead is 16, largest tonight. Titans. Macarthur really kind of in a drought. Not trying to convert. Brown. Titans with a lot of rebounds too. He goes strong to the hoop. He gets fouled on the way in. It's the 4th team foul by Carl Albert. One more and they'll put Highlanders in the bonus. Adam Austin, Titans are in the bonus now. Lets that one sail. And a Let Trey Cut It 3 ball. For the hometown team, will try to cut into that lead. Now a stolen ball and a foul. Oh, and a technical against Carl Albert. So saying a little bit of something extra after the foul and the tee. So Garcia will get teed up. A.J. Vaughn will go to the line, and boy, very important if you can just try to capitalize on many of these as you can. Your Let Trey Cut It 3 ball and your Let Trey Cut It charity stripe. You can scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey. Why haven't you let Trey Cut It? Where appointments prevent disappointments. So we're going to have a little bit of exchange of some hoops here if A.J. Vaughn can settle down and just make his free throws. First shot up and good. Second shot. Is no good. So now we're going to shoot the foul. So we have the technical. Now we're going to shoot 2. Nobody underneath. A.J. Vaughn. Bending the knees, up and in. Back to a 10-point game. Shot coming up. Bounces, so man, I know he feels upset with that because now they'll take the ball out. Try to make that 10-point game, and now a timeout is called. So they'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save
at Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
Your comfort comes first. Miller
All right, back here at the Macarthur Gym. Got 2:38 left to go. This fourth and final period. 11-point lead by the Titans. Macarthur with the ball. Brown gets a little pick from Adam Austin. 3 ball out of the way. Misses everything. Rebound Titans. Now the press. Put on. Almost triple team on Brandon Rogers. Oh, right there at that 3-point. Backs away. They'll play a little keep away ball now. Look for that, and we'll just stutter step out, and they'll just really take some time off this clock. Less than 2. Now it's stolen. So now you capitalize if they're going to play stall ball, and does. Chipping away at that lead, a 9-point lead. Fast break opportunity is good. They answer quickly. Titans back up by 11. 1:25 remain. Brown outside. A.J. Vaughn make a connection for 3. Hits the front iron. No good. Adam Austin. A.J. Vaughn again. Hits the iron. No good. Put back up for 2 is good. And a timeout is called on the floor. So they'll take it. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Back to action at the Macarthur Gym with a $1.09 left to go and a 66-57 Carl Albert lead. Full defense splits that. Outside corner, they're going to play keep away. Just making them foul to get to the line. They'll finally get it. A.J. Vaughn credited with the foul and the push. Both teams are in the bonus. That is only his first. Gets the roll. Don't forget we get some games tomorrow. Midwest City and Classen SAS. Altus and Northwest Classen. Elgin and Carl Albert. All double headers. Catch it here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 68-57 your score. And even though they'll play back-to-back nights, look like Carl Albert's trip down the interstate of I-44 will be a good one. Put back up, and there's going to be a hammer on A.J. Vaughn. He'll shoot 2. These wins and losses critical. And, you know, this time of the year, and especially at home, trying to get home wins. Hard enough to win on the road. Let Trey cut it. Opportunity at the charity stripe at the free throw line. A.J. Vaughn shooting 2. He's had a lot of opportunities. Maybe he can sink these. Yeah, get the first one to go. Back to a 10-point game. You know, they're going to make them foul to stop the clock because that's what's going to be the 9-point lead. 42. Just pass away. Rogers back over. Yeah. I say it just goes out of bounds on that one. Brown with the defense. Down to 32 seconds. So the precious time is the factor now for the Highlanders on their home court. They'll flush that out to Randall. He'll backpedal and he'll get tied up, and a jump ball is called, but it's staying down here. Possession arrow, so they were able to tie it up to get the jump, but the precious seconds off the clock to 26 and counting. So we said we got 3 games in action tomorrow on the network. Download the free app. The pound from Brown with the body to go to the line shooting 2. 23 seconds remaining after these. Brown with his 4th. Shot up is good. Back to a 10-point lead. And now 11. Whistle will stop just for some substitutions in the final 23 seconds. Carl Albert with back-to-back wins for both the girls and the boys. 3 ball hits the rim, no good. A.J. Vaughn with the rebound, put back up another 3. 12 seconds to go. That's just been their night. Back iron's no good, and they'll just kind of play keep away. Say we don't really need to do anything, and we'll just kind of stop it from right there. And that will end it. Your final, Carl Albert defeats Macarthur 70-59. Your final, girls, boys, Carl Albert Titans with both their wins. They will play tomorrow in Elgin. We'll have that on the broadcast. Midwest City with Classen SAS. Altus, Northwest Classen. Should be some good basketball to close out your week on a Friday. Want to thank you for joining us tonight. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good night, everybody.